Hi there, this is Amy Hoyes with the Grand Ledge Chamber of Commerce, and today I'm talking to Taylor and Mike with Metronet. So Taylor and Mike, thank you so much for taking some time to talk to me here for a few minutes. I wanted to kind of introduce the Grand Ledge community to both of you and have you tell people about your services here in Grand Ledge. So I don't know who wants to go first. So Taylor and Mike, who wants to go first?
I'll go ahead and jump in. And first off, Amy, we're thrilled that you had us here today, and we're thrilled to kind of explain a little bit about what Metronet does. For a lot of people, they may know Lightspeed from the past. Metronet acquired Lightspeed. They're a fiber internet provider. They basically provide fiber to the home and fiber to the business. Metronet came in 2019, acquired the company. Probably the main difference is we are still probably the top fiber provider to the home or to the business. We're a full service telecom. So we have business managed Wi-Fi, HPBX phone systems, you name it. If you have any specific network needs, we can handle pretty much all of that.
One-stop shop, basically.
Correct.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. Well, good. And so you bought out a company and then just changed the name to Metronet. So you already had an established, list of customers basically, and then you basically grew on that.
Correct. And I would think a lot of the folks in the Grand Ledge area are somewhat familiar with Lightspeed. We did have picked up a lot of customers. Lightspeed built a very strong business, so we're basically kind of just coming in and complementing where we can with their products and services. I would say the biggest difference for the normal person, a residential customer, we're symmetrical and we're fiber. So we're not a hybrid coax. We're not copper twisted pair. We're fiber to your house or fiber to your business. Right. And because we sell symmetrical, it's 100 over 100, 500 over 500, a gig over gig. So you get the same uploads and downloads. So you don't get this at home when you're working on your computer.
The buffering.
Right.
That we're all so used to with the whole work from home era that we're in now. Right. Okay.
And I think when we talked earlier, that's been we're trying to get to as many people as possible because since the pandemic, so many more people now are either working from home, they have kind of the hybrid work environments.
Yep.
And you have to have this top level service. I mean, just to conduct a meeting like this,
right.
If you have spotty service, it's going nowhere.
Right,
so
right, exactly.
To help. Right. So that's our goal.
And you're business and residential, so anybody can call you for the service.
Correct.
Okay.
I think the best way that we're encouraging people now, obviously you can reach out to Taylor or myself, but I think go to metronetinc.com and basically you can plug in your address. You can look at the products and services we offer. I mean, there are a whole list of ways to see what we can provide for you, for your business, for your home.
Right. And so I've obviously talked to both of you. I've talked to probably Taylor a little bit more, but what roles do you guys play with Metronet?
I'm the market manager for Michigan for Metronet. So basically I'm kind of responsible for the fiber throughout the state. We operate in Grand Rapids, Lansing, East Lansing. We're over in Ypsi and Ann Arbor, and basically growing in each one of those three areas. So here, growing outward.
Okay.
Trying to pick up as many residential and business passes as we can get to as quickly as possible.
Right. Well, and I'm sure it's, weather dependent as well, as far as what might be on the ground for how much you guys can install stuff.
And I don't want to speak for Taylor, but I've got to toot his horn because Taylor recently upgraded. He upgraded within the company, and he's our community engagement. And with that, he's kind of the faceplate for the company. He is getting us involved all over in the cities that we operate in. I mean, we're very familiar with being a good community steward and everything else. And Taylor's picking those events and the places to be and, where we want to hitch our cart to and provide offerings, maybe underprivileged, underserved, things like that.
Yeah.
He knows where to put our company. So he's doing a tremendous job. Taylor?
That's great.
Yeah. Thanks, Mike. Yeah. I love what I do. Really, my job's great. I kind of just make friends all day and then, just hang out. It's really what it is. So,
it's good to love your job.
Yeah, but it works. It's all about just bringing MetroNet to the community. You know, it's community focus is really important to, you know, not only the company, but to me as an individual. So, you know, working with nonprofits, I've got some big initiatives this upcoming year to work with a lot of nonprofits in the area, local business, things like that. And for, you know, any business owners, any, you know, anybody that's having events, things like that, and you're looking for sponsors, you know, please get a hold of us. You know, I can definitely try to work something out there, and that's what we like to do. You know, support
Give back to
support
the
everyone. You
community.
know, so yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
that's critical to us. So
Well, and I think it's so important
Amy,
in this day and age when they see your business here and they see you guys involved in the community. I think a community can really get beyond that. So, Mike, what were you going to say?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I think one of the things that, you know, people you wouldn't really think of, but I remember early on in the pandemic, one of the issues, like right after it started, everybody was at home, and again, people didn't have internet that could facilitate or handle their house. So
Right.
in a lot of markets, MetroNet, we would go out to a large parking lot and just put a hotspot out there so people could drive up, get all their emails, and, you know,
Oh,
basically providing cities and communities we work in just access. It's almost, I don't want to say like an emergency system, but those are the services that we can help provide. It got us through some rough spots and some cities through some rough spots where people were
right.
really struggling.
Right.
You know, you just pull your car up and you stay in your car and you're able to, you know, log on and get your
Oh, that's
information and go.
great. I didn't know you guys did that. That's wonderful. I mean, that's a
So
wonderful give back for the community. So
and
we you have the capability to service all of Grand Ledge, I'm assuming. Like, I know it's in progress, but we so basically the city of Grand Ledge, I think it's like 8 or 9,000 residents, but for the chamber we service 30,000, well, probably close to 40,000 now, but residents, you know, throughout our service area is the Grand Ledge Public School District. So we have a large sort of service area. Is your intention and plan to basically be available eventually, obviously, we know as things grow, to all of Grand Ledge area?
that would be the goal. I think, again, what we have to initially do, and I don't want to get too technical, as we build, basically they're polygons. It's almost like a puzzle. We
Uh-huh.
have to pick areas. You know, it might have, let's say, 500 homes, and then we carve out another area next to it. Might be 400 homes, some
Right.
businesses, some kind of MDUs, apartments, things like that. And then we start building one of those at a time. I mean, we probably wouldn't have 50 different LCPs going at one time, but again, we build and then we go to the next one and build, and then we turn all those on. So
Gotcha.
the goal would be to get to as many as possible. And that's where, again, we're dealing with permitting, we're dealing with weather. There are a lot of kind of
Factors.
outside factors that kind of help influence our direction. But
Yeah.
we want to get to as many businesses and people as possible. At least let them look at the service and provide the service, because what we do know is people like the quality of service we offer.
Right.
It helps a lot of things. It helps, you know, again, we joked about it. You've got 4 kids at home. One's gaming upstairs, one's,
Yeah.
you know, zooming downstairs, and everybody's doing something, and it allows life to move forward.
Right. So really it's like start in, you know, I know Taylor and I have talked about this, really focusing on like Grand Ledge proper and then kind of shooting out from there type of thing.
Correct. I mean, that's
Okay.
right now we've got a map that encompasses Lansing and East Lansing, where Lightspeed started. And basically we're kind of piggybacking from where they started in expanding. So we
Okay.
want to basically get,
Yep.
I would say Grand Ledge right now is probably pretty close to the farthest west, you know, that we're looking to go right now, you know,
Yeah.
and then probably East Lansing, maybe over to Okemos is probably the far east, you know. So
Okay.
in an area like that, we're trying
Yeah.
to lay as much fiber as possible.
Right, right. That's great. That's great. And Taylor, you know, and both you and Mike, we've talked a lot about when you're talking about getting involved in events and sponsorships and stuff. And you know, you guys are supporting our holiday stuff this year. So I appreciate you guys getting involved right away just to connect with the community, whether it's businesses or residents. I think that's a great start to kind of get right involved with our community. So that's what
Yeah,
I'm
I
looking
mean,
for. Yeah.
It's great. And I, you know, I know through this upcoming year, you know, there's tons of chamber events that go on. You know, you guys, to have a ton of things going on, and we hope to see, everybody there. Really, I mean, that's the point. So
Right.
Just integrate within everybody and
Yeah.
just have fun with it.
And
we
just
like
have
to
fun
bring
with
fun
it.
things. We've had different events. So we've given away TVs, we've given away free shirts and everything from a cup to a flat screen TV. So
Right.
we get some pretty cool prizes sometimes we get to give out, and so expect if you're at those events, you'll probably see some stuff. We might have a little spinny wheel that we can spin and try to win some gift cards or something. So
That's fun.
yeah, it's always a good time.
We love events. I actually did the math, and we're doing, what is it? One event every 6 days in 2022.
That's great.
We got like 54 days worth of events. So we've got a lot of things. So anyway, but I appreciate you guys, what you can bring to the community. And I love that you're, can offer a new service, make things, as fast as possible for people that's able, I guess. But then also just the give back for the community. So I think it's great, getting Metronet invested here in the community. So, but I appreciate you guys taking the time to talk to me. And Mike and Taylor, thank you so much for taking some time to talk to me today. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
All right. Have a good afternoon.
All right. Thanks. We'll see you later.
Bye.